The 10th part. Belief in Mahdi, the savior of the end times, the agent of Islamic unity. All Islamic groups agree that in the end times, a man from the generation of the Prophet Muhammad will appear, who will make the world full of justice and establish a righteous government that will spread throughout the world. The principle of Mahdism and the belief in the appearance of the Mahdi are accepted by Shias and Sunnis according to the many undeniable narratives of the Prophet Muhammad. But there are differences in the details of his reappearance among different Islamic groups. Ibn Juz'i, who is a Sunni Muslim, writes in his book, "The Messenger of God said, 'In the end times, a man will reappear from my descendants, whose name is my name, and his nickname is the same as mine. He will make the earth full of justice, as if it was filled with oppression, and this man is the Mahdi.'" The famous historian Ghazi Zangane, who is a Sunni Shafi'i, writes in his book, "The emergence of Mahdi among the Islamic community is a unanimous fact and does not need to be explained, because the Prophet's hadith, 'Whoever dies and does not perceive the Imam of his time has died like an ignorant,' is the consensus of general and special scholars. Our era Imam is the promised Mahdi Muhammad, the son of Hassan al-Askari. His honorable father is Imam Hassan Askari, and his mother is Malika, or Narius. Mrs. Narius is a descendant of one of the most virtuous disciples of the Prophet Jesus. After the martyrdom of his honorable father, Imam Mahdi assumed the responsibility of Imamat and Mahdism according to the divine order and the hadith of Imamat and the pieces of advice of Prophet Muhammad. Beliefs and narratives of religions and religious groups about the promised Savior. One of the issues that the divine religions agree on it is the issue of the world Savior, who will appear in the end times. Not only the Islamic community, but also the Jewish and Christian communities and other religions are waiting for the coming of this global justice. By referring to the books of the Old Testament and the New Testament, this matter becomes clear. Deniers of Mahdism. It is a pity that some people even ignore the hadith of the Sunnis and deny Mahdism or have doubted the existence of the last Savior. If Mahdism was created and promoted by the Shia, then why did the Sunnis narrate it? The news that has been narrated in the Sunni books about him, if not more than the Shias, is not less. Hadith about Mahdi have been narrated by a group of selected companions of the prophets and elites, so there can be no doubt about him. The questions of opponents of Imam Mahdi and Mahdism and the answers to these questions. 1. Isn't Islam perfect? Is the Prophet's leadership incomplete, and that the reappearance of the Mahdi is needed to manifest the perfection of Islam? The reappearance of Mahdi is a manifestation of the completeness and perfection of Islam, not that Islam is incomplete or the leadership and the mission of the Prophet is incomplete, but rather that Islam has not been fully implemented in practice. The way that we are practicing Islamic thoughts and beliefs is wrong, not Islam itself. Mahdism and the reappearance of Mahdi is the implementation of the whole of Islam and the manifestation of the completeness and perfection of Islam. 2. Due to the principle of imamat, which is for guidance, what is the use of an absent imam? Basically, what does the absent Imam do in this long absence? The Quran clearly speaks of two types of leadership and mission. First, apparent mission and leadership, and apparent messengers and leaders, such as Noah, Abraham, Moses, Jesus. Second, the leadership and mission and guidance of the unseen and the absent messengers, such as a prophet Khizr, prophet Elias, prophet Jesus, and other absent guides. There is no doubt that the absent Imam is busy with his divine duties even during his absence, and people's unawareness of his activities does not pose a problem, as if Prophet Moses and his people unawareness of Khizr's duties would not pose a problem for him. 3. How is it possible for a person to live for about 12 centuries? First, the longevity of Mahdi, like the birth of Jesus without a father, is one of the divine miracles and shows that such a person must have a special mission from God. God introduces all the prophets and messengers to the people with such miracles. Second, apart from the mention of long lives for people like Prophet Noah or the 300-year sleep of the companions of the cave, in the Quran, prolonging life is not impossible from a medical point of view. Human knowledge tries to prolong life by developing health and treating diseases. Great biologists have different opinions on how long a human can live. Four, how is it possible that the rise and reappearance of a person can create a transformation in the whole world? First of all, as we know, this uprising is not related to an ordinary person, but it is a person with divine help and divine mission. Secondly, history shows that there have always been people who have created changes in society. Prophet Moses, Muhammad, peace be upon them, and Edison were just individuals in the society, but they made a difference. In human interactions and social effects, quality is effective, not quantity. Although a scientist or inventor is one person, he can influence billions of people by his actions.